Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to another episode of Birds at the Rodeo. I'm Eric, your resident Eagles fan.
I'm Orlando, the resident Cowboys fan.
And let me think, how would I even say? I'll say this because I didn't get to watch y'all's whole game. Mm-hmm. I tuned in second half of the third quarter and then the fourth quarter, right? I was told by other Cowboys fans that first half was horrible for y'all. Would you agree with that assessment?
Absolutely not.
No? Okay. So, yeah. Can I just ask you this, though?
Yeah.
Do you think y'all should have lost that game in regulation?
No.
Really? With the Malik Neighbors touchdown, 25 seconds left?
No, that's too much time.
No. I'm saying the Giants gave y'all that game in the end. I feel like playing that prevent defense was horrible.
I think that was a bad decision by their coach, yes. I guess, but I don't think that was what enabled. I think we would have been able to get in Brandon Aubrey's field goal range regardless.
Okay, fair. I felt like the Giants made it very easy for y'all down at that point. But okay, go ahead, man. Give me the rundown because other Cowboys fans told me it was horrible the first half. I didn't see the first half. The first
half was exactly like the second half. What you saw from the defense was good, deplorable. Too many words to even describe it. But that was exactly what happened in the second half. It happened in the first half, and our offense was putting points on the board, keeping it in a shootout. It was the exact same game.
So
from
defense
first
just basically came up short this game.
I mean, yeah, it was literally deep ball after deep bomb after bomb after bomb.
Russ
they weren't running
for 400 yards.
They weren't running the ball. They weren't really doing anything short. It was quite literally all deep balls, like just bombs to the end zone or bombs to get them deep within the red zone. So I don't know what our defense was doing. Matt Eberflus has, in the 2 games so far that we played, he's completely committed to just about running zone the entire game. And with a quarterback like Russell Wilson, when you don't have the pass rush, did y'all not have consistent pass rush? I mean, it wasn't just like non-existent, but
it wasn't enough to make him like second guess.
It wasn't. It honestly wasn't even that bad. It was pretty much just they didn't have much time to rush the passer. As soon as he would drop back. He was just moonballing it down the.
That's what they call his balls, man.
Yeah, literally all the way down the field. Yeah, I mean, and it wasn't even, I can't even honestly say it was the scheme because some of those catches were like the last one was on a double cover.
To Malik Neighbors, why? I don't know why Trayvon Diggs wasn't on Malik Neighbors that play, but
that was the thing. They weren't running man; they were running.
Yeah.
And so the Donovan Wilson. They were the safeties over top, and so Donovan Wilson was the safety over top.
Right.
You look on all the plays that were deep, he was pretty much the safety that was supposed to be over top, but was letting people get behind him. I don't know.
Donovan Wilson?
Yeah, I don't know.
He's more of a box safety anyway, right?
So that's our point to the scheme. Matt Eberflus running a single high safety with Donovan Wilson being that guy is ridiculous. I think that we have a long season ahead of us if this is how our defense is going to play. They looked a lot better in the first week. Obviously, DeRon Bland went down with an injury.
Right.
He'll be out for, they say, then maybe another week or two. Is
Siobhan Revel getting closer to coming back?
There's definitely reports. Jerry himself said that when he was specifically asked about, I think, Stephon Gilmore, who I absolutely think we should be bringing in. I think it's insane that we aren't even.
Asante Samuel Jr. still out there.
Looking at anybody else. But when Jerry was asked about bringing like outside guys in, he said there was help coming on the way. But internal help, specifically speaking about Siobhan Revel.
Yeah.
So he should be coming back. But I don't know what it is, man. I think Trayvon Diggs and DeRon Bland are just allergic to playing with each other. Yeah. As soon as we get one back, the other one goes down.
Because when DeRon Bland had that All-Pro season, was Diggs out?
Yeah, that was the year Diggs tore his ACL.
Yeah. And DeRon Bland's contract is coming up, right?
No, he just already. He got re-signed.
Okay.
Right, it was like right after the Micah trade.
Right. Well, speaking of help, I mean, you kind of alluded to it, but y'all did bring in Jadeveon Clowney.
Yeah, definitely.
How do you feel about that?
I'm excited about it. A lot of people. It was something I actually knew about before the game even started.
Yeah, because he visited y'all last week, right?
Yeah, he visited us, and then everybody. The deal didn't get signed, and so with the way it was reported. It was that, the deal got done during the game, such and such. Jerry made that call. He saw what was going on and made the call. And obviously, that's kind of what it looks like. But the deal was pretty much done when he left the first time. They just did it because they knew he wasn't going to be playing in this game. So they just they waited to, forego paying an extra game check when he wasn't going to be playing really anyway. So that was kind of why they did it that way. But, I mean, any help at all, anything we can get off the edge right now, that would help because, to be honest, that those
Sam Williams,
those young guys that we invested in, we got Sam Williams, Marshawn Kneeland, Donovan Ezaraku, James Houston. They haven't looked. James Houston's looked the best.
Yeah.
That's the. I wasn't a second. All three of those guys, Sam Williams, Marshawn Kneeland, and Donovan Ezaraku, were second-round picks.
Yeah.
So. We're definitely going to need those guys to step it up.
Right.
Let me think.
Running the ball, did y'all...
Well, before we get I'd just like to note that Kenny Clark has been an amazing addition to our defense.
Yeah.
A lot of people are saying it's being completely ignored.
Like it's a one-sided trade?
Not even that it's a one-sided trade, but like they're saying, it'd be really nice if we had a pro pass rusher, this and that. But what they think what we would lose or what we would gain from having Micah back is losing the direct contribution that Kenny Clark has made.
Right.
And it's been...
Yeah, dude, Mozzie Smith has been a healthy scratch for y'all. It seems like y'all are...
He's a bust. I'm so
I was going to say, because Troy Aikman literally said it that's as close as you can get to being cut.
Yeah, I'd cut him if I'd be fine with cutting.
Well, I would not be surprised if somebody, they found somebody to take on his contract, the rest of his rookie contract, and just...
I was open-minded when we drafted him. Hadn't really heard much about him, but he has been a complete and utter... He's been our worst draft pick since Taco Charlton.
Oh... Doing my Michigan men wrong, bro. Doing my Michigan men wrong.
I don't understand what it is with Michigan alum. Like I said, Jordan Lewis
panned out for y'all.
Said it before. He's quite literally been the only Michigan guy.
Have y'all taken anybody else from Michigan?
Shoemaker. Another bust.
Yeah.
They need to stop it.
Fair. Okay, were you able to run the ball?
Absolutely able to run the ball.
Yeah, okay.
I'm very impressed by what I'm seeing from Javonte Williams.
Yeah.
The rookie season he had was obviously really, really, really good, and then he suffered some injuries. And so it's looking like he's trending towards that rookie year he had. He's, being patient, following his blocks, hitting holes. He was averaging, I think, like 5.5 yards a carry last game. He was a couple yards shy of 100, but he had like 30-something receiving yards, so he had over 100 yards from scrimmage.
Yeah.
Miles Sanders even got a touchdown. Still doesn't make up for your fumble in week 1, but just the ability that he's able to get into the end zone just shows that our ability to run the ball as a whole.
Right.
And, offensively, Dak Prescott was surgical all game. It's been a short 2 weeks, but he's playing some of the best ball we've seen from him. There were a few drops here and there, so once again his numbers.
Not CD, right?
CD like 1, I think, maybe 2. I think it was just 1, but I know Jake Ferguson has another
George
drop.
Pickens touchdown.
George Pickens got his first touchdown as a Cowboy. And one thing I will say all game, I was frustrated we were able to run the ball very well, but I was frustrated with our passing game because I didn't like how we were trying to get George Pickens involved. It was like it was pretty much the only routes he was running were we were using him as he was Michael Gallup, and he is better than that. He was only getting the occasional slant, getting the go balls, and I'm literally in group chats talking to my brother, talking to my dad, screaming like, why don't we get him going across the field? Right. What is going on? And in the second half, when our offense really started picking it up and going, it really turned into a shootout. all the plays George Pickens made, you'll see where him streaking across the field, him getting open, beating his man that way. And while I agree he is very athletic, he's proven that he can make contested catches and he can, moss his defender. I feel like but that being the only way you use him, just sending him straight saying beat your man your corner. Right. I think that's selling him short of what he's capable of doing. Right. And I mean, I feel like that showed more in the second half. CD was himself again. He had a lot of really good catches. I guess I think he did have a drop, but I don't think it was. I mean, you're not going to catch everything, but I think he had about like 9 catches over 100 yards again. Yeah. So, and some of the catches, and some of the throws that Dak had to make to get those catches were ridiculous. I saw a chart today that kind of was explaining how quarterbacks do, like what the outcome of dropbacks are, and for the Dak and the Cowboys, it was like 83% of his dropbacks are like on target passes. There was a percentage of them that end in a sack, percentage that end in a bad throw, and then a percentage that end in a scramble. But for every other quarterback, there was also a percentage in how many times that the ball is just thrown away. But for Dak and the Cowboys, it was at 0 because he does not throw the ball away. Yeah. It hasn't come back to bite us yet. It's led to some ridiculous throws in terms of tight windows and like just the difficulty of the throw that he had to make. Yeah. But I mean, with Dak, it's like the only option. Like he throws to his guy. He throws to his guy. Like, because he's open, he scrambles, he takes a sack, or he just he gives this guy a chance and puts it where almost only he can catch it. And that's when, like, some of these drops that we've quote-unquote had are only drops because it would have been such a ridiculous throw and catch just based on the coverage and how, like, it was only a drop because it was a perfect throw, if that makes sense. Mm-hmm. And I mean, I feel like obviously we're going to live by that and die by that. Just with the way our defense is and the way we're going to have to win games. Like, it's going to be like this. We're going to have to win shootouts. That's actually what I kind of envisioned going into the season. Right. Our team was going to be the way we win games. I didn't think it would come against teams like the Giants. I thought that, like, had you told me week 1 ended like that, I would have absolutely believed you. Right. And I mean, while people are going to have been screaming this entire time, I was just a Giants Eagles fan specifically, I think that. Oh, I'm not. Not you. No, I know. I think that, especially after screaming all week after week 1 that nothing else matters other than the win, that's pretty much how I'm feeling. Right. Okay. We got the win. It was a hardball game. It was a division game. Right. Russell Wilson, balled out. He turned the clock back. Yeah, while he has been on the decline. I don't even know if I agree with that. I forgot who it was. I was watching one of the sports shows today, but somebody was kind of highlighting how he has while it hasn't been consistent, he has a game or two like this each season since he's left Seattle. Because that's like one of his best games but he has a game where he has 400. I can't even remember him passing for 400 yards last year with the Steelers, though. I watched most of the games too. It might have been like a 350 or 375 game or something like that. Well, let me ask you this, because you had said last week you were going to get too high or too low because of the Giants, right? That's what you had said. Yeah. So, I mean, given the way the game played out, like, how are you honestly feeling about Dallas after week 2? Like, I feel like I said, those were kind of my expectations. I felt like our defense wasn't in a position to really get stops. I felt like our offense was going to have to be able to score in multiple different ways, which they are. Yeah. And at this point, it's just going to be up to our defense to be able to get stops here and there once some of these guys get back from injury. Right. I think they'll be able to. DeMar Overshown getting back anytime soon? What they saying about it? No, that's going to be looking towards like Thanksgiving and the holidays. Okay, when he'll be back. But I mean,
Yeah, because
also 1-1 is better than being 0-2,
right.
and I think
because y'all looking better than Washington. Like I'll say it, y'all looking better than Washington right now.
I agree 1,000%.
You know, so
I like the energy that Brian Schottenheimer is bringing. I think that Matt Eberflus I feel like he might not be confident in our ability to play man just based on the personnel we have. But I feel like you got to give it a chance, especially when it's not working. Obviously,
yeah, like you got to figure out what works.
You got to try to switch it up. I felt like there weren't really too many adjustments made in this game.
Right.
And I mean, last but not least, I just got to say Brandon Aubrey's probably the best in the.
Y'all had the best weapon in the league, man. It's not even fair.
He would have met the 64. He would have made it from 70 yards, which I absolutely think will happen this season. I think he will be kicking and making a 70-yard field goal this season.
Right. That's why I really think like Shane Bowen, the Giants defensive coordinator, I really think he should have been fired after that game. Why would you just play prevent? And if anything, I don't know why Brian Daboll didn't veto that, or you know what I'm saying? Like, bro, know who you're playing. Y'all have the best weapon in football. The minute y'all pass half field, you're in his range. The minute y'all pass half field, y'all are in his range, right? Yeah. So, to me, all I was saying was make Dallas work. They only had 25 seconds left. Like, make y'all work. So at least, like, okay, you're giving yourself a chance here. Right. But to literally just say, nah, back up 15 yards off the ball and literally just escort Dallas down the field, go ahead, Brandon. Like, bro, it was just, that was sick to me, man. That was sick.
Like, I agree it was a bad decision, but I will say we were 25 seconds with 3 timeouts, and we had been moving the ball very easily all game.
At least try to make y'all work. You know what I'm saying? Right. You have to do that at that point. You can't play prevent in that situation. Especially when y'all have literally the best weapon in football.
I think that I'll say last but not least, but I definitely want to say one more thing. I think that Jake Ferguson had a decent little bounce back game. Yeah, started off a little shaky, but there were some plays he made.
He's coming back from injury, right? Or
no, he was injured some last season, but I think he started, and I think it was in the middle of the season. He wasn't like a season-ending injury or anything last season. Yeah. It was just a pretty bad year especially coming off the season he had in 2023. But I think that while he still hasn't found his way in the end zone since 2023, I think that it was still a decent game. He was that security blanket for Dak. Right. There was one throw on I think it was the play that it might have been the play that set the 64-yarder up. I mean, it was one of the plays down the stretch. I mean, when he threw it, Jake wasn't even looking, and he turned around, made it. It was right a great catch. Yeah. And so definitely made some plays down the stretch. Man. Also want to shout out Devontae Turpin. He scored a touchdown and was really big.
Kickoff return?
No, just receiving touchdown.
Okay. He got hurt though.
Yeah, I was gonna say he ended up leaving the game with, I think it was like a neck injury.
Oh,
but.
Be careful with those.
He's in high spirits and said he'll be ready to play.
Okay, that's
Sunday,
good.
And I think that looking ahead to Sunday, I think it'll be
Chicago.
I think it'll be a similar game to New York. I'm very nervous to what Ben Johnson offense can do to our defense, but
I mean if they're clicking, right? Because Chicago has. They've been up and down.
Rocky.
They've been up and down, and a lot of false starts, pre-snap penalties.
Right.
But I know Ben Johnson's pulling his hair out with that stuff, man.
I know it's a lot to learn in his offense with the amount of not trickery, but just the scheming aspect of it.
Right.
And
a lot of motion.
Right. And I think that if there's a defense that they can kind of figure things out against, I think it's ours, just based off last week, if we're going to just sit in the zone.
Right.
But I feel like that is going to force Caleb Williams to kind of make decisions and kind of anticipate things. Russell Wilson, he's a veteran. He's a Super Bowl champion. He's a Super Bowl MVP. So I think that – did he win Super Bowl MVP?
KJ Wright. No, Malcolm Smith. Malcolm Smith won MVP.
Okay.
Malcolm Smith won the MVP. I was like, it was a linebacker. Malcolm Smith won the MVP. But, I mean, Super Bowl winning champion, you're right. I mean, Russell Wilson, honestly, even right now, borderline Hall of Famer. Borderline.
In my opinion, I think
He is?
Yeah, all you need is a Super Bowl.
Right.
As the guy, as like if you've ever been like a top 10 quarterback in the league and you have like the longevity statistics, the individual season statistics on top of winning a Super Bowl.
His numbers back it up for the most part. Right. So,
and that's what I'm just saying. I think that Caleb Williams is going to have to prove that he can do that as well.
Yeah.
But defensively, for the Bears, I think they're dealing with him.
Is bad right now.
They're also dealing with injuries.
And they're down their top 2 corners right now.
Yeah, I mean,
y'all should feast.
I feel like it's like very similar teams, and it'll be both offenses. I feel like our offense has the better. That's like I'm very confident in. More confident in our offense being able to be fine and clicking the ways they need to. So I think it'll be definitely a game we can win in a similar fashion if need be. Right.
Oh yeah, that's gonna be an interesting game. Chicago coming off that loss against Detroit.
And okay, this is the last thing I want to say. Actually, it's something I wish I would have said last week. So it was something I had thought about and was planning on saying. I was gonna be like, I can't. Obviously, we usually beat the Giants, but I can't guarantee a win. I don't know. I can't predict what's gonna happen exactly. One thing I knew for sure that was gonna happen was somebody on that Cowboys defense was going to get ran smooth over by Cam Scatterbo.
Did somebody get ran over?
The usual suspect of the defense that I've been talking about this game. Donovan Wilson.
Okay. Yes. Did he get ran over by Cam?
Head-on collision, looked like a bus. I knew it was going to be somebody. Couldn't tell you who. Just I saw their game against Washington. The week I saw before. I mean, he had probably like a 1 to 2 yard run where he ran over like 4 people. The way that guy runs is. I tweeted it while watching the Washington and Commanders game. I think he'll be a really good fullback in the NFL one day. I don't really know about his ability as a running back. Really, he did have a really good run against us, but it was almost like it was. They showed the replay and kind of what opened that up. It was kind of a schemed run, based off bootleg and play that they had run earlier, and it kind of opened it up for him in that, but. As a fullback, as a lead blocker, oh my God, a pass blocker, he's gonna have a long career in this league.
That's interesting.
If he's able to accept that role.
Well, that's interesting because I don't know the Giants. I mean, they got Tyrone Tracy, Cam Scatterbo, so I think they might really try to see if they can create a 2-headed monster with that backfield. I mean, me personally, from what I saw from Cam Scatterbo in college, I think he could be an NFL running back. But I mean, I know what you're saying, because you're kind of throwing the bets like the Mike Allstott.
Yeah.
Who else am I can't even think of anybody else. Like he's the first guy that comes to mind. But I see where your head is at. I can see the vision. But I think Cam can make it as a running back, man. I do. I think he can. Maybe hopefully have a better career than Peyton Hillis. Right? We know he had that one crazy year.
Right.
And then it was just bad the rest of it. But I think Cam can be a running back, man. I think he can be an NFL running back. We'll see what the Giants players are with him long term, but yeah, man, let's go ahead and get into it. Super Bowl rematch, Philly versus Kansas City in Kansas City. First off, a win is a win, obviously. I said it before and I'll say it again. I told y'all Andrew McCouba was gonna be nice. That man had a sack and a pick, man. Like he was all over the field. Andrew McCouba's a dog. I'm getting his jersey immediately.
Travis Kelce catch the ball.
Andrew McCouba's a dog. That's all I got to say about that. I love him. We found the next great safety. I am dying on that hill. Zadarius Smith, newly signed Eagle. He looked really good. Had a sack in his first game. It was all over the backfield. Defensively, the only thing I was really upset about was just the fact that Patrick Mahomes was killing us, not with his arm, but with his feet. And Vic Fangio, we kept playing, man. But the thing is, we kept playing, man, but then we didn't have a spy in on Patrick Mahomes. So I'm like, bro, if we're gonna play man, you gotta have Zach Bond spy him because he's just gonna keep killing us, bro. That's literally that's what he did. He rushed for over 100 yards alone. So didn't like that. Hopefully Vic Fangio, fixes that. And let me also say, I had to leave. I had to leave the comfort of my own home, watching the game, right at the beginning of the third quarter, because I had a work meeting. So when I'm telling you, I'm watching the game on my phone, driving there. I get to the meeting, I'm watching it on my phone there. Like, so let me just put that into perspective too. So, and I apologize. I have allergies. I kind of lost my voice last week. I'm sorry, but offensively, man, it's funny because it's kind of like the same thing. You know, kind of the way we started out last season. We just gotta like, and credit to the Chiefs. The game plan in the Super Bowl, we're not going to let Saquon beat us. Game plan Sunday, we're not going to let Saquon beat us. And they stuck to it. And for the most part, they did their job. But I'm not going to lie to you. Like, when you have someone of Saquon Barkley's caliber, like, you just have to keep on running the football. You know what I'm saying? Like, because eventually it's going to pop, right? And he got a 13-yard run, a touchdown run or whatever. But, like, he said it, Kevin Patullo said it, like, there were like 2 or 3 runs where he knew, like, oh man, like, yeah, you run that one more time, like it's gonna, like he knew it was gonna pop, right? But we never got to that. Because here's the thing, because everybody's talking about, Jalen Hurts, he threw for less than 100 yards, whatever, yada yada yada. I said it before, I'll say it again, man. We are an explosive pass, run first offense. That's literally what we are. That's literally what we are. AJ Brown hasn't gone crazy. Devontae Smith, not really. He had that one great catch down the stretch, but. We're not manufacturing a lot of explosive plays right now. I feel like, honestly, I really feel like we just need to stick to just feeding Saquon, getting him a consistent 20 to 25 touches, because that's going to open up everything else, man. You know what I'm saying? Like the Chiefs, they were blitzing like crazy, like literally blitzing, sending 7, 8 guys dang near every play, right? All right, so if you know that, like, call the blitz beaters. That's what you call the quick slants, the quick outs, the screens, because you know they're all screaming up the field. Something's gonna pop open on. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So yeah, Kevin Patullo, like, I'm not mad at his play calling. New offensive coordinator, 2 games. I'm not mad at it, but it can be better. I'm sure it will get better. Everybody keeps talking about the last tush push when we false started. Okay, Chris Jones, the one time he got called for lining up offsides, he lined up offsides like at least 3 or 4 times from my count. So if we really want to get to nitpicking, we can nitpick. You know what I'm saying? Like, it is what it is.
But
and he didn't even jump.
I think they should nitpick. Everybody's lining up offsides on both sides.
Right. So, like, it is what it is, bro. Chris Jones, you can eat it, bro. You lost. It is what it is. Now, I'm going to stand by it, too. Patrick Mahomes, he didn't even look in sync with Travis Kelce for the most part that game. So, excuse me. I don't know, man. I'm telling you, brother, and they're starting off 0-2. What's that? I can't even remember what's that stat, but like a low percentage of teams that start off 0-2 make the playoffs. A very low percentage. And again, it's the Chiefs, so I'm going to give them their respect. I'm going to give Patrick Mahomes his respect, but I'm telling you, man, it looks like there might be some trouble in paradise.
I wonder when the last time they were last in their division.
Right. Probably
before Patrick Mahomes,
before Alex Smith.
Yeah,
right. Matt Castle. Probably when Matt Castle was their quarterback. Right. So, yeah, this is uncharted territory. Patrick Mahomes, he's never lost 3 games in a row before. He just now experienced that as a professional. So they're new waters right now, uncharted waters. I mean, again, if it's any team that can figure it out and ride the ship, it's them. Because it's Andy Reid and Patrick Mahomes, but
when they got the Giants coming up, so
definitely we'll see
a defense that they'll be able to get right on, score on, but and I mean their defense, like you said, they weren't the problem. They weren't.
Their defense. I'm gonna say this:
the Giants is definitely a game that they'll
I'm gonna say this because I used to question, like I used to question Steve Spagnuolo's, like used to question how good of a defensive coordinator he is. Not anymore. Like he has my respect. Like, the Chiefs defense, they come to play, dog. Like, Nick Bolton was out there taking heads off. Trent McDuffie, one of the best corners in the game. Their safety plays kind of, but, I mean, they got Chris Jones, George Karlaftis. I think I'm saying his name right. Like, they got some guys, man. They got some guys. Drew Tranquil, they got some guys in there, man. So I will give the Chiefs respect. They have a top-notch defense. They have a top-notch defensive coordinator. But yeah, hard-fought game to the end. Super Bowl rematch. Like I expected it. I didn't expect us to go in there and just bombs away against them. I thought it was going to be a tight game. We still got to clean up some things offensively. But yeah, man, all in all, a win's a win. You'd much rather be 1-1 or 2-0 and having to say like, okay, yeah, like, obviously we still got things to clean up. Yeah, because I'm hearing Kevin Patullo, he was talking about it in the press conference today with his media availability. He's like, you want to, like, the goal is to be playing your best ball at the end of the year. And I'm like, yeah, no, you're absolutely right. Because if you're playing your best ball right now, the shoe is going to drop at some point, right? The other shoe is going to drop. So I'm feeling good. 2-0. We got the Rams coming up. First off, prayers to Sean McVay. Did you see that? Dude, he tore his patellar tendon coaching. I don't even know what happened because I didn't watch the game, but he tore his patellar tendon coaching against the Titans.
Dang.
I don't even know what happened. But prayers up to him. I don't know if he's going to be on the sidelines. I don't know if he's like out for the season. I don't even know how that's going to go. But prayers up to him. But yeah, man, we got the Rams coming up. Young defense. Matthew Stafford did not play all summer. He didn't practice all summer. He wasn't in training camp.
He looks good though this season.
Yeah, has he? I haven't seen any of. Yeah, okay. Well, we'll see. We'll see. Our defense, I think they're starting to hum along and figure it out. Edge play looked better with Zadarius Smith. Nolan Smith was starting to get in the backfield on a consistent basis. Jalen Carter looked good. Obviously, Jordan Davis he played better. I want to see Tank Bigsby get involved in the offense a little bit more. I know we plan to use him as a kickoff returner, but I think he can bring another dynamic to the running back room just in terms of what we can do with him in our actual offense. Yeah, obviously I want to see the passing game get going. But that'll happen in due time. AJ Brown isn't complaining. Devontae Smith isn't complaining, because they know what the deal is. And when we need those guys will get the ball and they'll be ready for their moment. Did you see that? Did you see that catch AJ Brown had when he was parallel to the ground and he wasn't even looking at the ball?
Yeah, it was on the slant. But AJ is definitely not complaining.
What do you refer to?
I saw a clip of him saying what I'm seeing from AJ is a guy who is upset but winning, so he can't say anything. He knows he can't say anything because they're winning and wants to. The quote I saw was him saying that, oh yeah, we're winning and everything, but he ended it with something. It is something you could question or something. You can the question basically because they were questioning about the questions in the game, and he was saying the questions are valid even though.
Yeah. Does AJ Brown want the ball 7, 8, probably 10 times a game? Yeah. Should he get the ball 7, 8, 10 times a game? Yeah. Should he be close to averaging over 100 yards a game? Yeah. I'm not denying any of that.
But I just don't think you can say it's all because he's for sure said it's not even all about just winning for him. His post after the Super Bowl said that the Super Bowl high lasted 2 days, but that's not what motivates him. Is his dominance against corners.
Yes,
seeing that corner with his head down, knowing he just beat him, and not most receivers probably.
Yeah,
think like that.
Exactly. Listen,
but he's articulated this, and
from what I have seen from AJ Brown, all the clips, him on the sidelines, all this and that, his energy, his body language looks good. And maybe he's just doing a really good job of he keep putting the front on or whatever. It is what it is. Look, man, and I think he knows this. His games are gonna come, right? We're going up against the Rams. I don't even remember who their corners are. So it might be Sunday. It might be Sunday. You know what I'm saying? Devontae, he's literally the most anti-diva receiver I've probably ever met. So I'm not worried about him in the slightest. I'm really not worried about AJ Brown. Again, sure, he can feel away. He's playing with the godfather of his daughter. I really don't think anything is gonna happen to where he's like, all right, bro, I can't play with Jalen no more. Bro, first of all, Jalen Hurts, he does a great job of just bro, it is he literally said Our job is to score more points than the other team. Nothing else matters. You don't think he wants to be out here throwing up 400 yards and 3 or 4 touchdowns? Like, you don't think he wants to do that? Like, come on, man. Everybody wants to put up numbers, bro. But I truly think we'll be fine. Again, everything I'm seeing from A.J. Brown, his body language, it looks fine. He looks like he's engaged. He's not pouting. Of course, yeah. Does he want the ball? Yes. Does he deserve the ball? Yes. All right, so Kevin Patullo, let's figure it out, man. You and Nick Sirianni both said it. We got to figure out a way to get more explosive plays. So let's do it, fellas. Let's do it. To me, again, be more consistent and be more aggressive in getting Saquon early touches. Force the defense to come up. Go over the top. Because, A.J. Brown, you know he's going to get a one-on-one. Devontae, you know they're going to get one-on-ones. And you know 9 times out of 10, they're going to win that. Right? So, yeah, honestly, I'm not worried about it at all. I believe the offense will get humming along, right? Defense, we're starting off pretty good. Vic Fangio, we got a couple new guys in there, but they seem to be hitting the ground running. And I'm feeling good, man. We're in a good spot. So, I have no complaints right now, honestly.
All right.
Let's go ahead and talk about Sunday Night Football. Let me say this. Yes, I'm still a believer in J.J. McCarthy. Yes, he had a bad game. Yes, he missed a couple of throws. The man was running for his life. We've talked about this ad nauseum at this point. He was sacked 6 times. Did you watch the game?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he was sacked 6 times. O-line was atrocious. Atrocious. All right, so all I'm going to say is, 2 things can be true, but I feel like it's very hard, probably impossible, to get into a rhythm when you are running for your life. Okay? He's missing his number 2 receiver in Jordan Addison, suspended for 6 games. He's missing his all-pro left tackle, Christian Darrisaw. I think somebody else got hurt in the O-line, too. Oh, his starting center, his veteran center, Ryan Kelly, got hurt.
Oh, yeah, so did ours. Shout out Cooper Beebe.
Yeah, I heard about that. Yeah. I was going to ask, yeah. But, Aaron Jones, he just got put on IR, so now I'm learning, that's why he wasn't getting the ball that much, because he was playing hurt. Yeah, man. J.J. McCarthy just had his son. His son was just born. There's a lot of moving pieces right now. You know what I'm saying? So, I'm not giving him a mulligan. All I'm saying is, I don't like when the media just points and says, J.J. McCarthy sucks, or he's a bust or whatever. Dude, okay, are you watching this game right now? Are you seeing what he has to deal with? You know what I'm saying? Are you seeing what he has to deal with? Because I feel like, I've said it time and time again, the best weapon you can give a young quarterback is a solid offensive line. Because it don't matter if you got Justin Jefferson out there when Justice Skule is letting you get killed. That man has given him 4 sacks the past 2 games, bro. He should not start another game for the Minnesota Vikings. I'll leave it at that.
I think he'll be able to bounce back. How many games is he going to miss?
Oh, yeah. Right. Now he's signed out with an ankle injury. They say 2 to 4 weeks.
Yeah.
They say 2 to 4 weeks. Listen, I'm going to tell you right now, Carson Wentz isn't going to fare any better if they tried out that same offensive line. He's not going to fare any better. So, yeah, I think he will bounce back. JJ, I trust. All right? So, let's just give him time, right? Give young quarterbacks time.
Definitely.
People, they're so quick to write somebody off. Again, sorry for my allergies. But, yeah, man, yeah, whatever. 10 toes down on J.J. McCarthy. That's my guy. He was my guy, from Michigan. He's my guy. I believe in him. When he gets back healthy, Jordan Addison comes back from suspension. Christian Darrisaw's back. Aaron Jones is back. Even if Aaron Jones is back, they got Jordan Mason, right? But
yeah,
let him get all his horses back. Let Kevin O'Connell. I'll say this too. Also, Kevin O'Connell, he needs to do a better job of simplifying the game for J.J. McCarthy. Again, you're missing Jordan Addison, Christian Darrisaw. Make it easier on him, right? Yeah, you got Justin Jefferson out there, cool. Justin Jefferson should know, all right, man, look, we're missing a lot of guys right now. You're probably not going to get the production that you normally get, right? That's fine. But Kevin O'Connell, you got to simplify the game plan for J.J. McCarthy, bro. You got T.J. Hawkinson back, right? Tight ends are a quarterback's best friend. They're usually the security blankets. Utilize T.J. Hawkinson more, right? Rely on the run game a little bit more. Jordan Mason, he was able to run the ball, but like they don't give him the ball enough. So you know what I'm saying? So yeah, man, you got to simplify the game for your young quarterback, especially when you're missing guys like that, key guys like that. So that's all I got to say about that. And JJ, I trust. Let's see what y'all say at the end of the season when he has all his horses back, and Kevin O'Connell hopefully. Maybe he's, at that point he opens up the playbook or whatever. And oh my God, Minnesota's defense, like, they did all they could. They did all they could. Held them to 5 field goals.
Yeah, I feel as a offense, that's all you can really kind of ask for.
Yeah,
defense,
man. So. Like the defense, literally, they bent but did not break for as long as they could. As long as they could. Yeah, that division, man. Detroit and Green Bay, it's looking like they're going to pull away early.
I think Detroit won't be as good. I know they said 52 points.
Yeah, I mean, this thing is Chicago, so that is, yeah.
So I feel like the verdict is still kind of out on them.
Green Bay is the best team in that division right now for sure.
I think Green Bay, once they'd have to. I feel like this season they've been the best team in the NFC.
Yeah. It's early, but yeah.
Definitely early. Only 2 game sample, but I feel like their 2 games they've been
pretty good.
Kind of complete.
They've been pretty good
of all aspects. I haven't really seen like a weak link. They've been able to throw the ball, run the ball, defend.
Defense
run,
is playing lights out. Micah is playing lights out. I'm not even gonna lie.
I will say he and Kenny Clark have the same amount of sacks this season, but
which is how many?
Sack and a half.
Okay,
but hey, that's you take that what you want.
Right.
And before we move on from Sunday Night Football, you mentioned Carson Wentz. I'd just like to say there was a point in time where I was in a daily debate with a coworker Eagles fan about who was the better quarterback, who was going to be the better quarterback, Dak Prescott and Carson Wentz. And that was probably around, 2017, obviously 2016,
was it after we won the Super Bowl?
I'm trying to think.
2018 we won the Super Bowl.
Yeah. Or no, it was 2017.
Okay, yeah.
2017 was when y'all won the Super Bowl. It was around this. Yeah, y'all won in 2017.
No, you're right. I always get those years mixed up. Look, man, and I'll say this. I'll say this about Carson Wentz.
I would just not to cut you off. That might have been true for 12, 13 games before y'all won the Super Bowl. That for that one stretch, but
dude, one injury can just
definitely changes it all.
Yeah,
change what could have been just because the potential was there.
Yeah, no, dude, Carson Wentz. If Carson Wentz would have been tougher mentally, right? Just like a couple other former Philly athletes, Ben Simmons. I'm sure there's others out there. I just can't think of them right now. But those are the main 2, right? When you think of not mentally tough Philadelphia athletes, all Carson Wentz had to do was come back and play his game, man. Nick Foles was never going to be
just be excited for your team.
Yeah, exactly. Reports. All those reports came out that he was kind of jealous in the locker room and having a piss poor attitude and just, dude, And again, I'll still die on this hill. We don't win the Super Bowl without Carson Wentz because he had to get us to the point where we got to when he got hurt. You know what I'm saying? And to me, he was the MVP of that season before he got hurt. Yeah, dude, it's crazy because I was watching a YouTube video the other day and it was basically breaking down the Joe Montana, Steve Young, era of the 49ers and the beef they had. And you look at that and you kind of think, man, dang, Joe Montana, he kept playing at a high level. Literally, he was so pissed that they were trying to get him out of there for Steve Young. He was like, nah, you know what? F it. I'm going to keep balling out here. I'm going to keep winning Super Bowls. Y'all aren't going to give this kid my job. He was just so pissed off by the fact that Steve Young was there. Mm-hmm. He just took his game to the next level.
I mean,
you know what I'm saying? Carson Wentz had an opportunity to do that. When we drafted Jalen Hurts was supposed to be a backup and afterthought. He wasn't, you know what I'm saying? Like, it wasn't even supposed to happen like this.
I experienced Dak and Tony was the same way.
Right, exactly.
Dak was not supposed to be here.
Exactly. But, and Romo was really just injured, right? But Carson, man, was not mentally tough enough to handle that. And that's a sad and unfortunate thing, but it is what it is. Watching him play that season, I mean, it was fun for me. I mean, that was some of the best quarterback play I had seen. He was just so, like, it was crazy. It was almost like he just, like, he was playing, like, free-form quarterback, but it's just, like he knew whatever play he was about to do, like, he knew it was going to work regardless. You know what I'm saying? Like, he just played with a freedom that I respected watching that season. But, it is what it is. Now he's going to start for the Minnesota Vikings. We'll see how that goes. I don't think he'll fare that much better if he doesn't get his healthy horses back on the O-line. Somebody opposite Justin Jefferson has to step up. They got to get T.J. Hawkinson involved more. And, we'll see. We'll see how that goes.
Yeah, for sure. I feel like it'll be a very tough sledding for a backup quarterback to, like, a situation for him to step into regardless of who it is.
Yeah.
And, we'll see. We'll really just have to see how it goes for them going on these next few weeks.
Right. But, moving on to Monday night, like you were saying, and me and you are both in agreement on this. First and foremost, they have got to stop with the double headers on Monday Night Football.
A game starting at 9 p.m. here, 10 p.m. on the East Coast is ridiculous.
Ended at midnight, man.
People have work the next day.
We have work the next day.
Luckily, don't actually, but other people do. But my sleep schedule is like I have work the next. So that's a ridiculous time to still be up for me.
Right.
Yeah, we really got to do.
They got to do away with that, man. They got to do away with it. Or, like, I'll even say this. Start the games earlier.
Yeah, definitely. Or you can start the first game earlier.
Start it at like a 4 p.m.
There should be if they wanted 2 games on, like, prime time with the 1 game a night instead of making it 2 games, it should be a game before, not a game after the prime time game.
Right.
That's ridiculous.
Right. Yeah. No. Yeah. Y'all got to fix that, man. But let's go ahead and get into it, man. First game, Houston, Tampa Bay. I thought Tampa Bay was going to win the game. Houston had looked good early this season. And, you know how I feel about Todd Bowles and his defense, man. It's hard for me to bet against him. Because I hate playing him to this day. I hate playing Todd Bowles and his defense. They always show up ready to play. They know where you're going to be at before you even know where you're going to be at. And Levante David and that crew, they get on my nerves. That game was, Tampa Bay kind of had an early vice grip on it. Yeah. And then down the stretch, Houston had chances. C.J. Stroud was running for his life. Dude, I wonder at what point, because you traded Laramie Tunsil, right?
Yeah.
But, like, at what point are you going to finally say, like, okay, we got to, if we're going to, like, if CJ's going to be our guy, right, if this is the guy that's going to lead us to the promised land, at what point do you finally say we are going to invest in him fully and protect him? Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because I just don't understand. They've been shuffling receivers in and out the past 3 or 4 years. Cool. What have you, like, bro, look what I got to deal with up front. Hey, you're in a division. You got the Jaguars. You got Josh Allen and Trayvon Walker. You got Indy with DeForest Buckner, Kwity Paye. They got another guy over there too now. Yeah. And you got Nick Chubb back there. They couldn't run the ball, right? Here again, Nick Chubb. I know he's 2 seasons removed from major injuries and everything. But he's still Nick Chubb, bro. Like, even to a lesser degree, he's still Nick Chubb. Like, just keep on running the ball. Like, you know what I'm saying? You got to give it a chance.
Yeah. Me personally, I'm seeing a real regression in
C.J. Stroud. Are you?
Yeah. I think it's, like, egregious. I feel like the game I watched, I feel like there were plays where he was running for his life.
Yeah.
But there were plays where he had time and was just missing open receivers. I feel like to credit Todd Bowles' defense, it wasn't actually like confirmed, but there are people that believe they let the Texans score that last, Nick Chubb and the Texans score that last touchdown to get the ball back.
Oh, yeah.
And go down and score. I mean, just
because Tampa Bay, they was moving the ball up and down the field. They couldn't score consistently, but they were moving the ball up and down the field.
Right. I think they wanted that ball back in Baker's hands, and if that was the plan, it worked perfectly.
Right.
I mean, even if it wasn't the plan, they played.
Have you seen people say that?
Yeah.
I haven't seen that.
And I even saw somebody replay show the play he scored on, and look at this guy, look at the angle, look at the efforts. It did not look like they were trying to stop them from scoring that touchdown.
Maybe.
And
and
I think that just because based on the situation and where they were at, Houston was about to be in a position to just bleed the clock out and kick a field goal and win the game.
Yes.
And letting them score there, put the ball back in their hands, or let them kind of decide their own fate.
Yep.
So, I mean, like I said, if that was their game plan, it worked perfectly. If it wasn't, they still ended up winning. So, credit to them for that. But I think that they pressured C.J. Stroud very effectively.
Yep.
I think that they had him off his cues, and that was kind of because like you said, Houston had plenty of chances to kind of push that score.
Yes.
Take the lead and, win the game.
Yes.
But just kind of didn't see it from C.J. Stroud. I felt like the game was winnable, and I don't think he played well enough to win.
Fair.
But not the same.
Yeah. Let me ask you, do you think, when, because I mean we've heard former quarterbacks talk about all the time, like David Carr, right? Like they had talked about David Carr when he got drafted, ironically, to the Houston Texans, right? And he got drafted in their inaugural season.
Yeah. Right?
And so their O-line was atrocious. He got sacked like crazy, right? He got hit crazy, right? And he even said after that, I couldn't even. He said he literally said I couldn't even get comfortable in the pocket. He was just shell shocked. He would just go a few hitches faster than he was supposed to.
Yeah. Or
he'd be a few hitches behind. And I'm wondering is that also what's happening with CJ a little bit, because if you're already going into a game in your mind knowing you are going to be under duress, that's going to speed up your internal clock, and you're already, you know what I'm saying? You're already going to be off. Yeah. So I'm wondering, I don't know, and it's easy because he came into the league. Everybody thought he was going to be bad. Everybody thought Bryce Young was going to be the next Messiah, and it was the complete opposite, right? And we're thinking, okay, now CJ, he's just going to build on this, right? And it's crazy because they won the division every year he's been there, and they made the playoffs.
The division was bad.
Yeah, fair. But he's done it, right? He's done it, right? So he's an interesting case, man. I think C.J. Stroud is still a good quarterback. I just think Houston, they've invested all that money and all that energy and all those picks into defense. Okay, what are you going to do about the O-line, bro? Because at a certain point, and even with running back, right? Because Joe Mixon, his contract's about to come up. If he's out for the season, you better pay a guy for one good year.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I think they just really... Here's the thing. If you feel like you got your guy, cool. Pay him early and build around him as best you can.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I think a lot of teams fail a lot of young quarterbacks by not doing that. So, yeah, I guess we'll see. Houston, they're an interesting team, and we got to see how they look down the stretch this season. But kudos to the Bucks, man. Tampa Bay, Emeka Ibuka, Ohio State, but that man balling.
Yeah, had a great game.
That man's balling. Baker Mayfield balling. Out here talking trash like he always does. Rashad White, Bucky Irvin looking nice. Two-headed tandem at running back. And they were down both their tackles.
Yeah.
Right? So, They were down. Christian Wirfs didn't play. Their newly re-signed right tackle Luke Getke, he got hurt in the game. But they had, I guess, some solid backups. Well, decent, because Houston was getting like decent pressure on Baker too. You know what was interesting to me? I felt like I felt like both teams were playing the same game. It's just Tampa Bay was able to move the ball.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
I agree. I feel like defensively, both teams were getting the same amount of pressure. And kind of had both QBs running.
But Tampa Bay was still able to move the ball. Like that's really, to me, that was the ultimate difference in the game. But yeah, we'll see, man. Moving on to the next game. Man, this one was. I mean, Geno Smith did not play well.
Yeah, it was a very bad game.
He did not play well.
I think he threw, 40-something times, had less than 200 yards.
But, like, all his balls were sailing, though. Like, here's the thing. And I'm friends with a Raiders fan. I don't know why. And I know Brock Bowers was hurt. Because you got Ashton Jetty back there, and he was starting to warm up. He was starting to get into a groove. Dude, because they were talking about the broadcast when they were like, oh, like they don't want to overwork him. What'd you draft him for then?
Yeah, it's his first year. It's this is when you're going to be able to
this
get
is when
the most out of him.
Exactly. What did you draft him for then if you're just not going to give him the ball?
Yeah, that doesn't make sense.
Come on, man. And Pete Carroll, he knows better than that. He had Marshawn Lynch. He knows better than that.
Definitely.
So, yeah, no, bad offensive game plan by the Raiders. Chargers, Justin Herbert, he looked really good. In my opinion, he looked really, really good. Quentin Johnson, he's
figured it out.
Maybe, because I think it's his contract year too. So, if this man can really get rid of the drops, Justin Herbert might have a. I think Ladd is. I know I said last season Ladd was best suited as a number 2, but I don't know, man. The more I watch Ladd, man, I think he's a number 1 receiver. So I'm gonna say it. They might have a number 2 in Quentin, man.
Yeah.
Keenan Allen, he's looking really good coming back.
Yeah. I mean, I think they're
Marion Hampton's looking good.
I think they're a really good team. I think we need to
praise up to Khalil Mack. I hope he has a speedy recovery. They haven't come out and said what his injury is yet, but
yeah. I definitely think we need to pump the brakes on the Justin Herbert.
Oh, but he played good last night, though.
Yeah. I feel like I've seen there was
pump the brakes on what?
First things first, had a segment basically asking did that game cement him as a top 5 quarterback?
Yeah.
And I think that's an insane question to even ask. Seeing as his entire career, nothing has suggested that he's top 5. So to say that the first 2 games of this season, I think that's just crazy.
I think it's just because the talent is immense and it's there. Like, he can literally do it all when healthy, right? Like, because they were talking about it because last season he had a bad ankle. I think he had a bad elbow for a little bit too. Like, he wasn't able to move like he was last night. And he was just able to extend plays and he literally can make every throw on the field. And he's not a top 5 quarterback right now, but like if you ask me top 5 talent at quarterback, yeah, to me he's definitely up there. He's definitely up there. Jim Harbaugh said it, man, and we'll see if this comes to fruition. But he said like his job is to get Justin Herbert to the Hall of Fame. That's what he said. And
got a tough task ahead of you. I mean,
I don't know, dog.
Quarterback is pretty hard.
You said what?
I feel like it'd be hard regardless, but I feel like the way it started, it doesn't look like that's the trajectory.
See, here's the thing with Justin Fields. Remember, we gotta give him some great. He had Brandon. I don't know what was the guy's name. His head coach, Brandon Staley. Brandon Staley. He had Brandon Staley as his head coach for 3 years, and he was horrible.
I mean, that's does Dak Prescott get a pass for having Jason Garrett for 8 years?
Do you really think Jason Garrett was a horrible head coach? Like, Brandon Staley was bad. He was bad. Like,
I bet Brandon Staley will have an NFL job before Jason Garrett does.
Well, I think he went
and coached.
Hold on. But hold on. you truly think Jason Garrett was like an awful head coach?
Absolutely.
Okay, fair. If you really think that, fine, fair. We all know Brandon Staley was horrible.
What's he doing now?
I think he might be a defensive coordinator somewhere on the NFL team. I think he's a coordinator or an assistant somewhere.
He is the defensive coordinator of the Saints.
There we go. So
and after he went to the Chargers. He left the Chargers, went to the Niners, and then went to the Saints.
Right. Okay. There we go. So yeah, he just so I'm gonna give.
He also has an actual extensive he worked. He worked his way. He coached in college, worked his way up, graduate assistant, did all this.
When he was with the Rams, he was legit.
You know what I'm saying? Jason Garrett was
the quarterback.
He literally, his only coaching experience was.
Well, that's Jerry Jones' fault, man. But
I guess he was the quarterback coach of the Dolphins. That's something to do with Jimmy Johnson or something.
Yeah.
And then coordinator for us, assistant head coach, interim head coach, Giants offensive coordinator for one season.
Fair. Fair. I don't know. I'm not too privy to the Jason Garrett era of Dallas, but if you feel like he was that bad, fine, whatever. We all know. Collectively, we all know Brandon Staley was an atrocious head coach. But
I think that can be true. I just think that based on if his goal is to get him to the Hall of Fame, the way his career started, what he's gonna have to do to get there is gonna be. He's gotta win a Super Bowl.
He's got to. Justin Herbert, his numbers are. I think he threw for 4,000 or 5,000 yards his rookie season.
He definitely broke the record for most.
I don't think his career has gone up to such a bad as bad a start as you think it has. His team has had the best success, fair, but when he's done his part. He has. I'm not saying he hasn't had bad games or whatever, but when he's done his part for the most part. I believe in Justin Herbert. I think, and I said it last year, but I think Jim Harbaugh was the perfect hire for that team. The Chargers, man, like you said, that division right now, the Chargers, they're trying to get an early vice grip on it. They got I think they play the Broncos next. So if they can mess around and start 3-0, man, that's looking like scary hours for everybody else. Sure. But yeah, Chargers played phenomenal. Raiders got a lot to clean up. Geno Smith did not have a good game. He looked pissed on the sideline.
No, well, the Chiefs are last in the division. I don't think they're the worst team in the division.
Yeah, no. I wonder what the Raiders' goals are for this season. Because his cousin Jeremiah Smith, right? I wonder because, you bring in Geno Smith. I think they signed a 3-year extension. But okay, you drafted Jency. Okay, running back of the future. You got Brock Bowers, tight end. Possibly the best tight end in the next year. Some would argue right now. Fair. Defense. You got Max Crosby. There was some chatter of them trading him. Aside from that, they got a bunch of, no disrespect, but they got a bunch of has-beens on the defense, right? They're saying Devin White, he's looking really good, which he did. He looked good last night. Jamal Adams, he looks good at linebacker, fair. They signed Jermaine Pratt from the Bengals. He looked pretty good. Eric Stokes from the Packers. But offensively, they got Jacoby Myers at receiver and a bunch of young guys. Trey Tucker, Thornton. I'm watching the Raiders and I'm almost wondering what are you trying to achieve this year? Because are you a fringe playoff team? I don't know right now.
I don't think they have no shot of making the playoffs because they're not in one of the divisions, and other divisions have multiple teams, better teams fighting for those wild card spots.
Right.
I don't think there's any chance they make the playoffs, and I think you might be onto something with them kind of looking towards that draft for their receiver of the future.
That would be not even this year's draft. That'd be next year's draft, though. That's the thing.
That's true.
So I don't.
They got to play 3.
Right. So I don't know, man. Listen, if Geno Smith, I've liked Geno Smith. I've never loved Geno Smith. I've liked him at times, but I've never loved him. Right. So if he keeps having, if he has a roller coaster season, I mean, is he your guy next year? You don't have anybody else.
No.
You know what I'm saying? So I don't know. The Raiders are interesting. They're interesting. We'll see what Pete Carroll, he's 74 now, I think. I think his birthday was this past weekend.
Yeah, so he's obviously oldest coach in the NFL.
Right, and he's not going to be coaching for that much longer, probably. So
I think they said might be the second oldest coach in major sports league history. There was a baseball manager.
Yeah, he's 87. That's crazy. Vegas, man. We'll see. Will they really unlock Ashton Genty this year? You hope so.
Right.
If they don't, there will be major questions about what is going on. So we'll see. We'll see. Before we get on out of here, obviously we want to give y'all an element that is non-sports related. I guess I'm not gonna say unfortunately, but it kind of is this week. Well, not really, but like my answer to this is because I think it's funny. But I was thinking over the weekend, I saw a funny commercial, and it kind of got me thinking, like, what themes would you like to have at your next party or get together, whatever you may call it, right? And so for me, the next theme I'm gonna have at my party, get together, whatever, and of course Lando's invited. Him and all my other friends are invited. Red carpet / like professional athlete pregame fits. All right, because we know professional athletes and celebrities, they go crazy with the fits, crazy good, crazy like, what the F are you wearing?
Yeah.
It's just a wide spectrum. And that is the theme for my next party because I really want to see I want to see, like, because if I was a professional athlete, honestly, it'd be some weeks like I'll probably wear something that'd be crazy. But I'd also like I like the classic going with like a suit and tie. Like I like that too. But I also like going like crazy and just eccentric. That's the word.
Yeah,
that's the word.
I'd probably be a good mix of like Petey and Devontae Smith.
I love Devontae Smith's suit with the shorts. I love that. I love that.
Second to none.
I love that. Slim.
And I think CD was as well when it comes.
CD's pregame fits like that.
He's just a kind of a fashion type of dresser. The way he kind of dresses. Lots of pieces from different brands and stuff. So I'd be kind of that way in that sense. But there would definitely be games where I just came in like shorts and a hoodie.
Yeah.
I was in like slides.
Yeah.
And I'm trying to think. Dak, he always wears like suit. He wears a suit every game as well. Yeah. But no, I feel like I probably would try to get like some type of like super nice suit for the party. Right.
Okay. So, but for your next party or get together, what theme would you like to have?
So I'm stealing this from someone I went to college with. I don't even remember whose party this was. I remember just being invited.
Yeah.
And it was a New York themed party. And you can
mean so many things.
Exactly. And you could pull up in Timbs and a bubble coat. You could dress up like the Statue of Liberty. You dress up.
Did somebody dress up like the Statue of Liberty?
I think so. I dressed up in all from head to toe, red hat, red shirt, red sweats, red shoes.
Oh my God.
Can you take a guess at what I was for the New York theme party in my all red outfit?
Red. Red. Let me. New York red. My brain is blanking. Who were you?
The Big Apple.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah. So I might choose New York. Good. I might choose another state, but sometimes like a state theme party to where like anything kind of related.
Yeah.
You kind of take that and put your own spin on it and make it.
Somebody has to be Spike Lee, the delusional Knicks fan.
You can show up as Spider-Man.
Spider-Man. Yes. I like this. If you threw a Texas thing, what would you?
I'll probably just be Dak Prescott.
Oh my God! Who's more Texan? Is it Dak Prescott or Jerry Jones? Who's more Texan?
Jerry, but I don't want to.
Oh, that's funny. Well, you heard it here first, folks. Jerry Jones is more Texan than Dak Prescott.
He was born and raised in.
No, he's from Arkansas.
He don't know went to college in Arkansas, but he's been in Texas for.
Jerry Jones he was raised in Arkansas, dog. Go look at the documentary. He talked about it.
He's been in Texas longer than Dak's been alive.
Yes. Okay, but I was going to say, he's from Arkansas.
Yeah, but.
He literally said, when he first bought the team, like, everybody was like, who's this, like, loudmouth, honky dorky Arkansas, I don't even know what they call him, but Arkansas person coming down. Yes, he was like, what, they were slandering him for being from Arkansas, basically.
Close enough.
Close enough. Well, hey, that's a wrap on this episode of Birds of the Rodeo. I'm Eric, your resident Eagles fan.
Orlando, the resident Cowboys fan.
And why don't you let us know what your next party theme is going to be?
Yep.
And are you going to pull up to Lando's Texas theme party? You going to pull up as a professional athlete or celebrity to mine? Who would you dress up as? What kind of fit would you rock? Any Cowboys fans, if y'all agree with Lando and you know the state of the team right now, let us know. Philly fans, Bird Gang, if y'all agree or disagree with me, let us know, of course. And feel free to agree, disagree. Just let us know how you feel, man. We always appreciate y'all commenting and letting us know how you feel on the clips and the video. So please keep that up.
Continue to like, comment, share, subscribe.
Yep.
Follow us on all our social media.
Yep.
Follow us on Apple Podcasts, anywhere you can get podcasts.
Absolutely.
And just keep showing that support. And because like we say every episode, we do this for you guys. We know you guys are watching, and that's what kind of keeps us motivated. So
Absolutely.
appreciate everything.
1000%. Well, until next time. Peace.
Later.